the Skype. It wasn't in the Google Plus.
Oh.
Yeah, it's in the
It is there,
Hucolo.
Sarah.
Yeah,
That's
it
how
is
I got
there.
here through Google Plus. It's there
Let me-
too. It's on Hucolo 1 and Hucolo 2, I believe.
Maybe I need
Yes.
to become friends with Hookalo 1 and 2 then.
Yeah.
Because I get these things randomly, and I never know which one it is. So
I thought I added you to those.
no, apparently, because I find that other people get on different links, and I don't get invited from those links on Google Plus. If I see a link on the Skype that I just created the account for, that's where I find it. But I don't get it on my Google Plus. So I
Yeah,
have
I
to become
Any
friends.
anybody that is not on Hucolo 1 or Hucolo 2, please send me a little message.
Yeah, I don't think I'm on Hookalo 1 or 2.
Okay.
I thought I was, but I don't get any invitations, so I'm not really sure.
Sabrina, can you check mine too? On all three of them? Because I'm not sure if I'm on all
Okay.
three of them.
Yeah,
All right. Let me see.
you need to have the Hangout plugin to get the messages from people.
Okay, let me check Hucolo 1.
Roof is definitely in the Hukuli one.
Okay, well, I
Oh.
still don't.
I see you part of that.
Okay. Well, maybe the emails don't work for everybody. I have no idea. I also
No,
got
it's not an email. It just goes in there, and you
Yeah.
have to look at it. That's all.
Yeah, it's not email. We just have to go there and look at it, and then
I got you.
Sarah, you
Um,
just got added
copy.
to the group.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
So if I write something, the link again, you get it.
Okay. Oh, there it is. It just popped up.
Oh, good.
Yes,
You might
finally. Yay.
Sarah, you might regret that because you'll hear the toot, 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 toot,
Oh, I
toot.
don't mind that. It's
No.
actually very soothing.
And then I
So-
hear it like on my tablet and my phone, and they synchronize.
Oh no.
So it goes toot,
Oh.
toot, toot, toot,
Oh,
toot,
no.
toot.
It's almost like hearing Arcturian, right?
Like that.
Yes.
Gabriel, yours is coming through really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Your language.
I'm so embarrassed.
Why?
I can't play
He's
that
not
game.
Don't be embarrassed. It's awesome. I can't speak anything now because my daughter's here and I don't want to freak her out. So
Is it Naomi?
yes.
Yeah, no.
Well, tell Naomi we all say hello.
Hello. Tell Naomi, woo-ha.
Woo-ha!
Ah.
Another cute guy,
Okay.
but not another one.
Tell her to join sometimes if she wants.
She said you can join.
Anytime, yes.
Yeah. You want to join? No.
Just to
Anyway,
say
she
hello.
says hi. She says thank you and hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. She has to go to work soon, so yeah. But thank you. Yeah. So
Is she doing better now, or? No, roof lagged out.
Mm.
Guys, a heads up for tomorrow. I am setting up a language gym, one at 12:30 and one at 2:30,
Okay.
in order to accommodate everybody. Plus the time, different people are available different because of our different time zones. So I'm setting up one for 12:30 and one for 2:30.
Cool.
So that we can fit everyone. So that's I've been trying to type that, but then I'm talking to Gabriel, and then I'm talking to.
Sabrina, you're the one who wanted a hangout.
Yes, and then I requested the hangout from Gabriel. Yeah, so I'm multitasking in my brain. That's why all the words that I'm typing are coming out wrong. So how's everybody doing?
Good.
Great.
Very good.
Tony the Tiger.
I know. Great.
Mary, I had a question for you. When we
Go
were
ahead.
talking, the name of the person they said you were following, can you type it in here?
Okay, let me see.
Yeah, actually, I might know who you're talking about, but I want to see, because I'm not very good with names.
I think this is how the way it's.
It's not Arcturian Ant, is it?
What do you mean, Arcturian ant?
His name on YouTube.
Oh no, his name is Antonio Corey.
Oh, it's the one of the isn't it the IL?
Yes.
I think yesterday or during the Saturday's webinar with Jim and Max. I remember they were talking about that. It was
Right.
a real powerful EIL, and he comes through and he has tremendous ability. He said he's very, very talented, multi-talented, and he he's working with her directly on the colony also.
No, but because what you're talking about, how do you spell,
Gustavo.
Gustavo, yeah. Gustavo. Is it Gustavo with a V?
I don't think it's it's just S. I don't think it's S. I think it's She. Gustavo. Gustavo. The way I heard it was telepathically was Gustavo, and some members they're telling me Gustavo, but it's not Gustavo. It's Gustavo. I don't know. Maybe Gustavo is more familiar. It's got a more familiar sound to them. That's why they pronounce it Gustavo. They think it's Gustavo, but no, it's not Gustavo.
Yeah, and Mary, you received confirmation though the other day on the webinar about that. That's the one that was there in the colony.
what? I'm sorry.
I think Sabrina is. Go ahead, Sabrina. What is in your mind? Tell me.
No. I was trying to find the Antonio, and I can't find it.
Corey.
How do you spell that?
Q-U-R, I believe. Q-U-R-R-I. I haven't gone to his YouTube site, but I think it's Q-U-R-R-I, something like that. Corey, Antonio Corey. And he is Arcturian Ant, A-N-T, on YouTube.
Oh, he is Arcturian Ant. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he is
So
Arcturian Ant on YouTube.
Okay, so then it is the one that I thought. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah. I know. Yes, he does look like my son. You're correct.
Oh my gosh, they look like twin brothers.
Yes. He does look like my son.
Probably aren't they, how old is your son? Maybe they're the same age.
He's 17. He just turned 17.
I think Antonio is 17 too.
Oh,
they're twins.
Sabrina, are you meeting all your children in the colonies?
No. Well, remember we had talked about my dream, and I guess I am. I talked to Lakesh, and it seems that yeah, it was about a hybrid, about having a Yael hybrid, which I was surprised. You know, since I identify more with the other ones, but
I meant your children here on Earth. Do you go with them to the colonies?
oh yes, my son goes, and I'm sure I probably have gone with him because I have many dreams where he's with me.
Mm.
He's a lot of times he's with me that I tell him, I see you every day, and then I go to sleep and I have to see you there also.
Wow.
Yes, and we go on adventures together, the two of us.
Yeah.
Wow.
And my dad goes to the colonies too. And he had a nightmare then the
Oh,
day after, apparently.
it should be said that he has dreams with massive spaceships.
Cool.
Oh.
Well, you're gonna have to get a mic because we want to hear your story.
Yeah, we want to get to know you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I'm not good at reading the chat box because it goes quick, fast. I also have, yeah.
Yeah, so you
Wow.
gotta get yourself a mic.
Yeah.
So that we can hear your story.
So
Yeah, but it's-
Sabrina, tell me,
Oh.
I wrote,
What's that?
what is that?
That's a new language. The free she comma free comma 00009.
What is that?
No, I was cleaning my keyboard, and then I tried to get something away, and then I wrote that, and then I published that.
That would be pretty like crazy to if that's a language. That's funny.
Just basically, I
Why
programmed
were you
language.
fighting?
Mary, oh,
Yeah,
what
let me.
what were you saying?
Okay, well, past 1 month in a dream, I was fighting a. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna ask you, what do you can you tune into Gustavo's energy?
Oh, I don't know.
You wanna
Um,
try?
I haven't tried. Why?
To just get some confirmation.
Oh, from him? But you are doing beautifully.
From him and from him and for us, for me and everybody else. Because the thing is that I'm not able to relay the messages for some reason. You know, I like I explained earlier to Brian and everybody else. But I was just wondering.
Oh, okay. So were you able to speak? Is that what you're saying, that you weren't able? See, I wasn't there when you were channeling, so I don't know what went on.
Yeah,
We have a recording of that.
Oh, okay.
Well,
It's
I
okay.
just tell you in the summary that, and also Sarah knows that. Just he just wanted me to get used to his energy and his vibration, and so right now he's working with me on that part. So this is probably the beginning of for him transmitting more information. But right now, I guess he's just trying to get me, get used to his energy.
Yeah,
And also, like, when I was channeling, people keep asking me question, and they were like bombarding me with questions. I guess they were excited that I started channeling during the meditation, and I just couldn't. I mean, I really, I mean, it was just too overwhelming for me. Yeah, so I don't know.
It's okay. You'll get there.
Yeah, I just have to, practice more.
And Mary, like on these hangouts and stuff, if you prefer doing that, off air to practice, just practice with someone that you feel comfortable with.
I think that's what I'm gonna do.
Yes.
Yeah, and it comes to me during meditation usually. When I sit by myself and quiet, my mind, then it'll come to me.
And it also will trigger with other people's questions also. When you feel that deep, to speak, and it just comes up without, trying to figure it out, and you let go, then it starts to come out more and more, the channeling.
Right.
It's from other people's questions. Yes.
I see.
It's like a trigger.
Yeah.
Trigger.
When you ask a question yourself, then you're doubting your question before you ask the question that you can't get the answer. But if you're allowing another person's question to come, then you have nothing of that question belongs to you.
Right.
And it comes out easier.
Yeah, it's just that I'm, I'm not, I mean, like I said, it started last week, and all of this is new to me. People asking questions, and even the energy is new to me, so I guess it takes time.
Yeah. I found out that, with others on here, that it really does speed up the process when we work together as groups, or just like one-on-one. You know what I mean?
Right.
With somebody, it triggers and activates, and it does speed up the process a little bit more. So yes.
Yeah, you are exactly right, and I think that's why I'm hooked up with this hangout. I'm like every day. I mean, I have tons of work to do.
Put it aside. Who cares? It'll get done.
I know. Who cares? I don't care.
That's what I say. The bills will be paid some other day. Who cares?
Brian, but
you're pretty done.
Brian, but you have a nice Minecraft child to pay your bills, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna have my kids pay my bills for now.
Like you know what Jim said the other Saturday. He said, "But you guys are right, but I don't think my my landlord appreciate that." When we have to pay him, when he has to pay his landlord.
Yes.
I don't have a landlord.
Oh, that's good. I don't have a landlord either, but I have the IRS.
Oh gosh. And we get away from 3D. It's
It's too much 3D.
Yeah, it's too much 3D going on here.
Those of you without landlords can donate to those of us with landlords. How's that?
Exactly. Right.
I used to own an apartment in Germany, and then I moved to America, and eventually I had to sell it because there was a lien on it from a lawyer. So eventually I had to sell it, or I'd end up owing her like half of what the apartment was worth. And I just ended up using it for different stuff. Gave some of it away. Gave it to my kids. Blah blah blah. And now I'm just that's it. I've got almost nothing left. Oh well, poor me. So please donate to me. I'm a good cause. I'm kidding.
We will survive. We will survive no matter what.
Please donate to my trip to Hawaii.
I told you what you had to do with that, Gabriel. Manifest yourself a ticket.
Go to Hawaii. You're gonna have to ride the dolphins.
He's bothering everybody with that, and I'm telling him what he has to do.
The dolphins and the whales will take it.
Yeah, that's where he wants to go.
Hawaii.
Wow.
Yeah.
I told him to begin imagining everybody on the street that he walks by is giving him a ticket.
There is a special. I lived in Hawaii for 7 months. There is a special group of people who I knew who went out every single morning and swam with the dolphins. And they said once you start swimming with dolphins, your consciousness changes. And then you just gravitate towards other people who swim with dolphins just because your mind is in a different place. And they had so many amazing experiences. And they had this one guy had a house right on the water. And he would have, in Hawaii, the Westerners and the Hawaiians, they have a lot of potlucks because everything's high, everything is hilly, and it's sometimes impossible to visit people because they live just so, you can't get your car up there. So people tend to have potlucks in certain places, and then they all come and they gather and they sing and they eat and they get high, and whatever they do, they go to the dolphins, and then they disperse again, and it's pretty interesting. But you will find them, Gabriel. They're in Kona. I can find out who it is if you really make it to Hawaii and you go to Kona, Gabriel. I can tell you who to contact to get with the dolphins.
Very well.
That's cool.
Yeah, very good, Gabriel.
No, I have that.
Yeah, you're one step closer.
Yeah, if they can give me like free food, free visit, stay there. Then I can afford going there and back, but not doing any trip there and stuff like that. Or
yeah, I've heard of places where it's kind of like a work program where if you work a certain amount of hours a day, they'll feed you and give you a place to stay.
Really?
Yeah, I told him about that. He said he checked into all sorts of programs. I said there are programs that will basically pay you to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was not that we talked about. We talked about studying there.
Oh,
You can do anything. You can intern there. You can work there. You can study there. You can,
Hey, on top of that, you can meet beautiful women there.
Yeah.
You're breaking up.
I have to marry an American person to if I want to stay in America. It's so hard from Sweden to live in America for a long period of time because the rules are so complicated. So then I have to stay there illegally.
But you can stay for 3 months at a time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Gabriel,
but
go
I can
first.
marry some of you.
Some of you.
Go
Oh,
first.
sorry, I'm taken.
Some of you, he says.
He wants more of the
Gabriel.
one.
Gabriel, oh God, getting in between these ladies is amazing. Gabriel, go first live in Mexico, and then you just come into America. Nobody stops the Mexicans from coming in.
Oh, well.
Yeah, the one way to get a green card from Sweden really is you have to be very educated, and if you want to get a job, the working place have to prove that there's nobody in America that can do the same work that you're going to do.
That's correct.
And or that I have to marry American person.
Well, how old are you, Gabriel? Gabriel,
But
how
that
old?
takes a lot of time. Or you go and study in America. Then it can get easier. But 21.
Oh, you're 21?
Yeah. But I'm not
Oh.
really planning to stay.
Oh well, I have a very nice daughter.
Oh, wow.
She's Italian and American. So if you married her, you could live in Europe anywhere because she's part of the EU. She has an Italian passport, and you can live in America. Of course, she'd kill me if she knew I was volunteering her. but-
Exactly. You're volunteering her. Oh, my gosh. That is like the worst.
Well, in the old days, it used to be like that. You're going to marry this man, I don't care what do you say. He's a good man. You marry him and shut up and sit down. No, we're joking. We're just joking.
Horrible.
No, you were very serious about that, right?
Make sure she sees this video.
Anyway, yeah. There was one guy who asked me when I was living in San Francisco if I would marry him so he could stay in America. This was years ago. And I asked him for too much money. He said, forget it. I said, it's a big risk for me. What if you don't want to divorce me after 6 months, you know? Then I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was asked by an Egyptian to marry him so he could stay. I said, oh no.
Wow.
I just said, oh no, off the bat. Just like, not happening. Because I don't know what he will do or, you know, what his life is like and things like that. I just don't know. And I can only imagine my mother looking at me like, you married who?
Well, maybe he was a sheik. You don't know. He could have been a very...
No, he
rich-
was a drum player. He plays the doomtak.
Oh, okay.
That's what he did for his living.
Okay.
In Hawaii.
No, in Miami.
Then he's no important person.
Oh my god.
Only does in Hawaii. No. But the Hawaiian people that's living next to the heart chakras have very big control over the earth because they are living next to.
Vortexes. Yeah.
Some places on earth, those people live there have so much power over other people on earth.
I don't
But
think
they-
it's
they-
power
but
over
the-
people. It's
No,
not like
but they don't know it.
You mean influence?
influence.
Yeah,
Persuasion?
the collective.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. It's not an
It's
negative.
only something I read.
Yeah.
But
Awesome.
they don't know that they are doing that. It's our collective shows that they are going to be there anyway. So
Exactly, and do they really need to know? Like that. Yeah. It's okay.
Mm.
It's powerful.
Gabriel, you're gonna make it to Hawaii. Don't worry, because it's on your mind constantly. You're attracting it to yourself.
Sedona, Arizona is also a huge vortex.
Yes. I see a lot of
Me-
people going there.
me and Jim is somehow going to get to Hawaii and swim with the dolphin together.
I think
Oh, we meet in
Bashar's-
Sedona.
Yeah, Daryl Inca's group also has, I think every year, twice a year, they have like what they call pods that they actually take groups of people and go to, I think it's called Hawaii, and they do stuff.
Yeah.
They swim with the dolphins.
Yeah, I told him he should probably join that group because it's a more powerful interaction. Because Bashar is actually has a really strong connection to dolphins, as he tells you, and so they do some sort of, I don't know, like he melds with their mind or something or other.
Yeah, but Bashar, their Anka is not there. They have pre-recorded.
Yes, I know,
So,
but they go twice a year though. That's the point, and that's what you
his
wanted
wife.
to do.
His wife April is doing that.
April, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, April does that, but he goes with them sometimes.
one or
That's
two.
what I.
No,
Yeah.
Bashar has no, their Anka has never went together in that group. Their Anka is so busy.
No, I thought he does a meditation with them before they
Yeah.
go.
I recorded meditation.
Yeah, he does a
So they
meditation.
will-
Gabriel is right. It's a recording.
It's the recording? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But it's
Ah.
very expensive to go there. I will have to pay double my money that I now. So it would be a lot cheaper just going there and swim with the dolphin. yourself. But anyways, who knows?
You guys, we can meditate now and then imagine that we are all in Hawaii.
That's what we did yesterday too. We were doing that, and Gabriel kept stopping it because he's like, "I want to get there physically." I said, "You can transport yourself there physically. You just have to think about it and
Right.
manifest yourself there."
Yeah, and it's less expensive.
And it's less expensive. There's no money involved. You don't have to worry about that.
And you probably enjoy more.
Exactly.
You don't have to drag your You don't have to
Exactly.
drag your physics.
As long as he knows how to get back, that's the thing.
The easiest way is to find someone who enjoys me and want me to visit them in Hawaii, so I can live together with them and eat with them and stuff, so I don't have to pay.
You're putting a lot of obstacles in your path, Gabriel.
No, that's an opportunity.
No, you're literally all these things that you have in your mind about money and about food and about where you're going to stay. Those are obstacles in your mind that you're actually using to block yourself off from the reality that you can go there, that you can manifest yourself there.
Yeah, I know, but it's much funnier with the money.
Slowly move in that direction, and you're going to start to see synchronicity take place.
Yeah.
Big time. You just slowly put your one foot in front of the other and just keep going, and you'll slowly move in that direction. You know?
Yes. Let me tell you this, Gabriel. Whenever I went to another country, I didn't worry about food, how I'm going to pay for food, how I'm going to pay for a place to stay, or who am I going to be around. None of that mattered to me. The only thing is, get there. You're going to have a place to stay. You're going to have a place to get around. But the thing is, I need to make sure I know a couple of words in their language so I can get around even easier. If I'm hungry, where's the bathroom, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
All that other stuff just does not matter. Do you understand? You speak English. That's the only thing you need to know. You speak English. The only thing you need to do is get there, and everything else will fall into place.
I
Okay?
speak Actorian. No.
You also speak English. And the Hawaiians speak English.
Who went in with the other hukulu shot?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
English.
sorry, my bad. This is
Hey,
Dan.
Dan.
Sorry.
Hi!
Hello. I'll try not to leave.
Stop.
Yeah,
That's
pretty
not
much.
good.
Rowing?
There's
Is
no
that Rowan?
escaping it now.
It's Dan.
Oh, it's Dan. Hi, Dan.
Hello. How are you going?
You
Hello,
have to.
Dan. How are you?
I'm pretty good now. Yeah, awesome.
Okay.
What do you need to remove from the link so you don't log in? It's a link. I'm forcing you to log in.
Yeah, it's up to a question mark by a bit that says auth user.
Yeah, you remove that. Not the question mark. Right.
Yeah, you leave the question mark. But I've already signed in with it now, so it's a bit.
But it's later.
Yeah.
And then you doing like this instead. Then that is better.
Yeah, the second one. So what's been the topics today then?
Marrying someone in order to get to another country.
Okay.
Understanding that you absolutely need nothing except you when traveling to another country. And knowing a couple of words in their language. And everything else will smooth itself out.
Yeah, just go with the flow.
Yeah.
I'm already there.
Say what?
I'm already there.
You're already there. That's exactly what you need to know. You're already there. Perfect. Now, anyone else has anything to say?
In a dream last night, I channeled Gollum from Lord
Yeah, I
of the Rings.
saw that. How was it?
Oh, it was a bit weird.
Did you go, precious?
That's actually the part that made me start to go a bit weird, because there was somebody watching me, and then
Precious was watching
and
you.
then as soon as I said that, they were like, no, it's not you. You're taking it. And I was like, I started kind of rolling around on the floor, going mental, kind of. And it was a very strange experience, but yeah. So sometime in the future, I might channel Gollum.
Dan, do you have a ring?
I actually do not.
That's good.
That's probably why I can't do the voice very well.
Oh, goodness.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was a strange first dream channeling, but hopefully the next actual channelings should go a bit smoother.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
Dream channeling. That's
they're
amazing.
gonna have to hire you in the movies.
Yeah. You're precious.
Pretty cool.
No, I think the guy that did it before did it much better than I can. he was pro.
Yeah.
He played the part completely.
Yeah, he played the part, definitely. That was beautifully done, actually.
Yeah, we were talking also with Mary is bringing through some energy from I believe from a Yael. So it's
Oh
pretty
yeah, I started to watch about Gustavo.
Yeah.
Was that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's brilliant.
It's more pronounced like Gustavo.
Oh, okay.
Gustavo.
Gustavo.
That's what I heard. Him saying telepathically to me.
Okay.
But I don't know. I mean, I need more practice.
No, it sounded like you already had it.
Yeah, I was saying that probably, it's my limitation that it took me this long to match, kind of like, my vibration to him. He probably wanted to contact me sooner, but I wasn't able to, or I wasn't ready for this contact up to last week,
It's alright.
Well,
I'm
everything in its own
sure
time.
he understands that it all takes time for you to get to that point.
Right.
But at least you're pretty much there now, so it's
Yes.
not going to be as difficult the next times.
Yeah, and I'm kind of surprised of myself that I went ahead and did it.
Mary, when you feel that energy around you, that's the thing is you're ready. I believe it's just because when you feel it that strongly, it's there. It's just people ask you questions now. It's opening up. It'll open up more as the questions come.
Right, and I think that's also the purpose of this channeling.
Yes.
That we're all raising our vibration to be able to bring this new how do I say it? It's a skill, power and skill that is all been into us, but now that we are raising it up so we can match the vibration and be able to do this channeling. At least for me and some other people.
Do you get excited about the possibility of really channeling yourself?
Yes.
That's wonderful.
Yes, it's all about a different vibration.
Yes.
It's like, how do I use this? It's like, I guess it's like um, finding or meeting a new friend coming into your life, and is going to be a part of you. So I guess this is going to be a part of my reality.
Yes, you're integrating right now.
Yes. Mhm.
Yeah, that's what I'm currently trying to get over a fear, because I'm really excited by the concept of channeling, and I really, really like the energy that comes through. But I'm still a little bit scared of it.
Yeah. Nah. Yeah. I mean, me too. Like when was it? Yesterday? I can't even believe that I did it. Especially I mean, I know it was live. I know that we are not sitting, right in front of each other and do the channeling, but still, I had the courage to do it. So I'm happy for for myself for doing that.
Hey guys, I feel the need to speak something out. Even though I'm trying, well, not trying to, even though I am integrating the Naga aspect of myself, I find that it's not fear, but a little bit of it is that I don't want to say it outside anymore as I'm walking because I'm afraid that I'm not there yet to be able to handle snakes. Because remember I told you it popped out on me?
Yes.
And I'm not sure if I am at the point where I can handle them just yet. And so I find that I am actually stopping myself from speaking when I go on my walks now.
I don't think that's what's calling the snakes. I think you're creating the snakes as like to get over your phobia, to kind of get over your kind of scaredness of snakes. You create these situations so that you can overcome the fear, but I don't think the speaking the language is directly bringing them to you, unless you're actually for
No,
snake.
I don't. I don't really make the intention to bring the snake, which is why I'm not. I thought it was the language.
But but follow your heart. So whatever you think you should do at the moment, then I would recommend you do that. And once you feel comfortable, that you feel a little more confident again, then allow it again and see how you feel, and just keep doing that. Don't run away from it, but also get more power within you in order to accept what is happening to you, and then try it again. That would be what I would recommend.
Yeah. And another thought popped into my head on my walk today, that this new entity that I feel that's coming, I'm somehow blocking it because I'm not willing to open up and speak anymore the Naga language.
Okay. Now, is this other entity, do you know what?
I don't know what it is yet, but I can feel it coming.
So you are in fear. Is that what you're saying? Do you feel fear because you think it's going to be similar to the other one?
No, that's not it. I don't know what it is at the moment.
Is it just the unknown? Is it causing any anxiety within you?
not to allow the new energy, but I almost feel that because I'm not allowing Naga to be free and to just speak, it's
Right.
somehow blocking the next energy that is trying to come.
But it doesn't have to be that way. Maybe you're the one making it that way. It could be that for now, Naga, you say, I will deal with this in my own time, and I will allow this other entity to come through. And who knows, maybe this other entity can help ease you into Naga.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's a good way of looking at it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have been able to handle it if the reptilian and stuff came through on the first one. But I'm glad the Lyran came through first, because that was a much simpler, kind of gave me a bit more courage as well, the Lyran did.
Right.
Like, as soon as I started to let that aspect through, it started to not necessarily change the personality, but it adds to it. It helps to kind of put a little bit more to what you are, and
Right.
unlock things that have probably been hidden away for a while. So yeah,
Yes.
I definitely still speak in the snake. Maybe not out in public, but give yourself time to kind of connect with Naga on a kind of a more private basis, and just allow yourself to be a little bit more free.
Mm-hmm.
If you feel like doing it in public's gonna kind of restrict you a little bit, then maybe you should wait that out a little bit and then come to it when you're ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, or just maybe every once in a while sit with the fear. Even if you don't let her through, sit with the fear itself that you're feeling. And work on that and see why do you feel that's necessary.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to speak it out, because, well, I'm speaking it out in order to face it.
Right. So you gotta just face the fear itself and see where it takes you and what comes out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's the worst that can happen?
The snake pops out, a big one.
Or all the men run away.
What happened?
Look, see how convenient that would be.
All the men run away from you.
Yeah, another one stopped by me today while I was walking. I was just like, please, no.
You should say, Sarah, you should say, I have this thing happen to me. Every time I come out here, snakes seem to come out.
And a boa pops out. Oh my goodness.
You'll see them fly. Never mind walk.
They will fly away.
They will fly away.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, so yeah, but I think just allowing yourself to feel the fear, like you is that what you think, that if you allow it to come out, that there will be another snake that will show up? Is that what you?
You guys are gonna have a snake party. Awesome.
No, but I think Naga is another aspect of Sarah that tried to come out and be enlightened by her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By her power, she's using her power to be enlightened, to come out and be enlightened. It's a pathway that she has created, this pathway for Naga.
Yeah.
That's very
out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe you should ask Naga to do away with the showing up of the snakes. That at this moment you can't go that far.
Mm-hmm.
But you are willing to talk to her.
Right.
Yes, because you're always in command.
Right.
But
You're the one that really calls the shots, really.
And I really want her to come out and be able to speak freely, really.
And that's your intention, yes.
And do it.
And then somebody walks in front of me and I automatically stop.
Hello,
Because I feel
Roly.
it might just be a little bit too much for people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but why?
Hey, Brian.
What is it
Hey, brother.
about them that makes you want to stop? Like, what makes?
It's not about them, it's about me. When I looked into the mirror while I was integrating Naga, and there was something wild in my whole body and in my eyes that I didn't quite recognize.
And that's the part that wants to come out, right?
Yes.
That's your, what you call what, the wild side of you?
Yeah, because I do hold myself to a certain...
Professionalism?
Yes, that, right there.
I know that
So
one.
you want to kind of break free from the norm of society. You want to show them the other side of you. You want to
I don't-
allow that to come out.
Consider
Right.
myself to be normal.
Right. And here's the biggest thing. What's normal?
Who
Yeah,
just swore?
that's-
Did somebody just swear in this room? Someone say the N word. You're extra. extra
Yes,
normal.
Sarah. What is normal? Do any of us look like that?
Surely.
Never say that word when I'm in the room.
And surely, if you don't know anything about your other sort of, if you've been hiding yourself away, you've been kind of pushing away all of these amazing parts
No,
of
the
you.
thing is,
And
people
then,
are already attracted
you know,
to me.
that's-
It's like
that's
I'm
not
a
normal at all.
vegan.
Embrace
No,
the
I-
wild side.
Yes, they'll see the
We're
other
all
side.
animals.
And that's what draws people to you, is that unknown also sometimes, you know? It's the things that we don't want to look at, or the sides of ourselves we're afraid to show in public also. That's the sides that are going to draw many more people, because that's really what you want to do. You want to be free in a way.
I do.
That's your freedom. That's your expression of freedom.
But it is so wild. I can tell. Like,
It's
I'm
the rated
scratching
R.
the surface of
Tame that
Naga.
beast, Sarah.
It
Tame
is
that.
a beast. It is a beast. Like, it is not. It is no joke.
Nah, you
Yeah.
don't need to tame it. That's what's put him into the background from the beginning.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Just
no, we're
allow
kidding.
yourself to be Naga and
Yeah, but
Sarah.
you also have to remember you have control. You are in control.
Yes, you're in command. Yes.
So
That's-
you
that's-
can let it out as much or as little as you like. It's you are making that decision.
Naga is you.
It's the me that I've hidden away from myself.
Exactly.
So
because,
so what do you think she? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Brian. I'm sorry.
You've hidden it away for so long because you feel inside it wasn't the right time, or you weren't sure because of what others thought. And you, like you said, you wanted to hold yourself to a certain standard, professionalism in a way, especially as you get older. We, when we're children, it's so much fun. We don't have any expectations. We just do things that we love as children. But as we get older, we carry on more responsibility. So as the responsibility comes, then we're like wondering, can I do this? Can I say that? You know what I mean? We start to have
Yeah.
restrictions because of what society has deemed as right, what's wrong,
Right.
good or bad. So,
Sabrina, remember what we were talking about the other night?
Yes.
How I try not to say things to people because it comes out in a way that I feel like I'm slapping somebody in the face.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think that's Naga.
the one that's
Like
straight
it
forward,
attacks,
right
it
to the
just-
point.
Attacks.
Yeah, but you can come to an agreement where you meet somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying
Work with.
Right, you have to remember that you are the one in control. You know, because and that should help ease you into it and allowing Naga to come through.
Mm-hmm.
Because you got to claim your power, in other words,
Yeah.
and own it. Own your power.
And roar away. Arr. Let's hear your roar, Sarah.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
I think my roar is more like a.
Yes.
Or a snake.
Yes.
Yes, that's fine.
She's more of a.
It's not a roar, it's a.
Surely a snake's roar would be more like. Like they're spitting on you. Get away from me, I'm an angry snake.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, because see, there's what's happening. I think I'm sorry, Roy. Go ahead.
No, I just said scared snake, not angry
Scared
snake.
snake.
They're not angry.
That's true. They just mimic us as well.
I think what you have right now, it's that idea of the, having the good angel and the so-called bad angel on your shoulder and battling, but you have to remember that they can both coexist.
Right.
They can both be together. Because there's the sweet Sarah that wants to be nice, and then there's the other Sarah that wants to be left alone.
Well, I don't like to be left alone. I just don't want to be with people at a certain level, like a lower level of 3D.
But you also, yeah.
I feel you. I understand.
I don't like to be alone. I'm very social. I love to be around people, but when it gets to lower levels of 3D, I get really feisty. So
That's where your tests of compassion come in the most. That's where
I
you really
know.
Yes.
So
Right. You have it right on, brother.
And
That's
I
right.
told her that. Yes, I told her that. Yep. I told her that you have to allow them to be in the space where they're at, and know that that's the path that they're on right now, and that it's okay.
Yeah.
and be the best you can be, so you can guide them towards that higher
Right.
vibration and meet you somewhere in the between that you can then be around them. Find those things. I mean, you can't get on with everybody, but
Right.
I do know what you mean. I do understand where you're coming from.
Yeah. What I tried to do, like if they're very negative, right?
Mm-hmm.
I try and just like change the conversation and bring them into some conversation of a higher vibration.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
if that doesn't work, eventually, just walk away.
Yeah.
Diffuse it, the situation, or the confrontation, whatever you want to call it.
I
Because
did that recently,
that's-
and I got a text saying that I was very rude,
Good.
and
Congratulations.
because I wanted to help the guy, and because he didn't want the help that I wanted to provide for him, and the understanding that I was trying to have him receive, because he was very demanding on even my services. Like he's trying to demand that I do something for him. You know what I mean? And I just told him, well, if that's the way you look at it, how about you do it the way you like to do it? And good night. And I
Very
hung up the
good.
phone.
Because what
And then
happened?
I get two nasty texts from him saying that I was very rude to hang up on him like that. That is not professional. That is not. How can you say you're trying to help someone when you're acting in that way or something to that nature.
But
Be honest with
sometimes-
yourself and just, sorry Brian, just jump in. Be honest with
No,
yourself and be honest with them and just say I wasn't able to help you then. And the frustration made me hung up.
Yes.
Yeah, so you're expressing what you felt. You know.
Yeah.
The conversation wasn't going anywhere, obviously.
It wasn't going anywhere.
Right.
Because
So
I wasn't willing to do his work for him, which he was trying to demand from me, and whatever I was trying to do to help him, he just wasn't accepting it. So not going anywhere.
Right, but also maybe recognizing that hanging up the phone, it's not the best thing either. Right?
I felt with the level of angst that there was, hanging up the phone was the best decision.
Because what if you would have said, you know what, this is not going anywhere. We'll talk another time, and just hang up.
No, I didn't say that. I was ready to just give up on him, wipe my hands out of the whole thing, and.
Both relate to each other on a mutual way to leave a conversation just as much as you would greet each other in a conversation, because nobody likes their phone slammed down on them in any way, even if it's cut off during mid-signal during a conversation because of lack of signal. But it's I can imagine that was quite a challenge for both of you. And then making up afterwards. I mean, that's another challenge as well. So
and always try and put in other people's shoes. If you try and put yourself from his perspective, it's not about you feeling bad. It's about you always trying to do your best with whatever it is that you do. It might not be seen as the best for somebody else, but it is the best for you.
Yeah, it was the best for me because I was becoming very upset.
Yeah, but do you understand that?
Yeah, I understand your position. Yes.
Understand the other person's position, and maybe say, you know what? Maybe hanging the phone is not the best thing to do, but saying we'll talk later. You know, in that sense, and then say this is not helping, and then saying goodbye. And then hanging up, because then you're also being rude and disrespectful to the other person when you do that. Do you see what I'm saying? So what ends up happening is a lot of times we end up acting like the other person.
Right.
Take on that
negative energy. Oh, yes. That's what I felt. I definitely felt that energy. I was so through. It was just really bad.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Sarah, I suffer from that as well quite a lot sometimes, especially when I'm not totally grounded and everything like that. I'll spark off somebody else for no reason, and this never ends up very pleasant, I must admit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, I had an incident myself yesterday, and I was like trying to stay, and I'm like, I'm not going to engage, and I'm observing myself, and I'm like, I'm not engaging in your drama. And I kept saying, I'm not going to engage in this. I'm walking away. But the person kept coming after me.
Yes.
And telling me more, and kept coming after me and telling me more. And I said, I don't want to talk about this. We'll talk about it another time. And the person kept going after, until finally I was like, listen, leave me alone. But because you're not engaging.
That's when you start hissing. That's when you start hissing.
Yeah, try that.
Like, what in the world?
That will diffuse the situation.
Talking to me Naga language.
Yes, you know, I have actually done that. I have actually, you know, when I get like, oh my God, you know, and I'm trying to, like, be aware, and then I just go into the language and I go,
I can already see the look on their faces, like, what's
Yes, yes. You know. And my son walks by and he's like, he just keeps going.
But the thing is, I don't just speak Naga, I become Naga. So they will see the wild side, basically, while I'm speaking.
That's even better.
I don't know, Gordon. I mean, I just call Brian Gordon.
Like, you guys speak the language and you're still yourself? No, that's not Naga. Naga speaks his language and becomes Naga.
Yeah, no, it's happened a couple of times, but because mine are not as I would say the strongest one, it's the captain general. I don't know.
Yeah, that would be strong.
That's the strongest one, and I actually found myself like even taking the position. You know, like this, like okay, come down. But you know, like I have a very strong character to begin with, so I think the captain has always been with me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's about you becoming the best of you.
Right.
And
Hey, Sarah. Well,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Sabrina.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
No, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Sometimes I can't always tell when somebody's done or not. There's like maybe there's too much silence on my side on the mic. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't want to interrupt you. I was going to ask you if you understand the work of Byron Katie. Have you ever heard of her?
No.
Okay, so if I didn't hear the beginning of your conversation because I'm a little bit in and out. My daughter's going to work soon, then I could be totally in. But what was he doing to you that was annoying you? Was he dismissing you, disrespecting you? Try and name exactly what he was doing that got you so upset, aside from what he was doing externally.
He wanted me to help him with his business proposal that was coming up in 2 days that he had just written in one day. He did not want to sit with it and look at it another day, which was my suggestion, to come back to it, you know, to see if there's anything else he wanted to add to it.
Yeah. So he was what? He was pushing you? He was pressuring you?
He was pressuring me to basically look over his work and rewrite the things that I felt fit to rewrite, instead of him looking at the things to where he felt fit to rewrite, because it's his stream of what he wants.
So you felt not included in the process. I'm trying to figure out how he was making you feel, like disrespected, dismissed,
very disrespected, because he was trying to force it upon me and not listening to my suggestion about it, because I told him it took me 3 months to do my first business proposal. He did it for a day and wanted it to be perfect.
Right. Okay. So the main thing he's doing to you is that you felt you were emotionally reacting.
I felt that he was not even willing to delve deep into his own dream.
Okay, so this is like dismissal, disrespect, that kind of thing, right? That kind of feeling.
Yes.
I'm trying to get down to the feeling of what he was doing, not exactly what he was doing, but the feeling behind it. So he was dismissing you.
Not only that, it was his aggressiveness about me sitting down with him and actually doing the work myself instead of him doing the work for himself. Do you understand?
Yeah, yeah.
He was very aggressive in tone.
Okay, all right. So let's just take the feeling of being dismissed. So Byron Katie would say it like this. She would make a sentence. I feel angry when, what's this guy's name? Well, it doesn't matter what his name is, but I feel angry when, and just take the name of this guy and put, I feel angry when Stephen is being dismissive with me. Okay? Then you take that sentence and you say, I feel angry when I am being dismissive with myself. So you try and find how you are dismissing yourself, how you are disrespecting yourself in order to attract other people to even think they can be allowed to do it. So do you follow where I'm going with that?
I follow where you were going. And as you were speaking, I was thinking to myself, well, I'm not really disrespecting myself in that aspect. I didn't. But when you said because the people, the guy was disrespecting me, so in some way I'm disrespecting myself, that hit another level. So I don't know what that might be.
And it's, oh, bye, Mary, sweetie. Yeah, and it doesn't have to be that you're disrespecting yourself in the same way that he is disrespecting you. But if you just take those sentences like, I hate when my friend doesn't listen to what I have to say. And then you replace it with, I hate myself when I don't listen to what I have to say, because we're usually doing it to ourselves first before somebody else can. So if you understand that, or I understand that, anybody understands that. For example, I used to say I hate when my husband is so domineering, and then I would say I hate when I'm so domineering, because I'm domineering in a whole different way, so I don't recognize my own dominance. I just see it. I just see his. All I can see is his. I can't see my own, because my own is comes up in a different way. So if I can say, then this is how this helped me, because I thought, oh God, I hate him. There he is being domineering again. And then I'd say, oh, okay, wait a minute. You're the same way, but in a different way. So, you know, just try to accept. You know, try to forgive and accept it. So that's what I'm trying to say. It doesn't, like, this guy did all kinds of things which were really enraging, upsetting, hurtful, disrespectful, etc. And if you can find the way you do that to yourself and forgive yourself, then when he does it again or someone else does it again, you're like, okay, it's in me too, and somehow I'm allowing it, and I forgive it, I accept it, and I have the right to say no thank you, and that's respecting myself too, to say no thank you, I'm not going to be part of it, you know, I'm not going to be treated that way, you know, or whatever. But yeah, that's sort of, if you look up Byron Katie, her work is sort of like shadow work. We're talking a lot about shadow work.
Yeah, I understand that. But what you just said now, yeah. I just got it.
Okay.
I got it because there was something you said, and a picture popped up in my mind that I wasn't allowing, that I was dismissing that wild side of myself.
There you go. You're dismissing a part that really wants to come out and be seen and be respected and be known and be part of you. So you're like, hey, you know, you can't just call me up like this and manipulate me and push me and pressure me, and at the same time want to have this all for yourself and for your own and not value my input. Then, you know, forget it. You know?
Exactly. You want my help, but you don't want my help.
Exactly. So, you know, you had right. So you had the right to say no, yes, no, and no, thank you. And I think had he not been pushing so many of those buttons that you have in yourself that you don't like about yourself, you would have been able to very calmly say to him, thank you, but no thank you. But because he was pushing all those buttons, which were served as a mirror for yourself, you couldn't take it. Like I know that feeling. It's too much pressure, you know. And I scream or I hang up or I do something because the pressure is just too much. Because I don't want to. It's just this hurts too much because it's my own stuff. That's the hardest. I used to hate when people said that to me. It's like, you know what? People do stuff wrong. I am sorry. It is not always me. Why does it always have to be me? I hate when people say that to me, actually, and here I am spouting the same stuff. But, I mean, ultimately, my reaction, no matter what people do, my reaction always comes down to me. And I know that intellectually, but sometimes I just want to have a break and just complain and not have somebody teach me about the right way to do it. Darn it.
Oh.
I understand that. Oh, yesterday I was doing this, my friend and I, we do this sessions with each other where she'll come over and I'll just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. And she doesn't give advice or anything, you know, we just kind of talk. And then yesterday I was with her and she was talking, complaining about somebody. And I said, you know, I listened and I understand, blah, blah. And then I said, so would you like some solutions? She says, no, the whole point of this is I just want to complain. I just want to feel the freedom to complain. Okay. So excuse me for giving you the whole Byron Katie thing, but since the conversation sort of went that way, I thought I would offer that.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Love you.
Love you too. Thanks for being receptive.
Yeah.
So did we lose everybody else now in this whole thing? Is Brian still there?
I'm
Dan?
still here. I'm listening very intently. I like the conversation. It's very, very educational and there's many people going through that. So thank you.
Yes.
For sharing that. Very
You're
much.
welcome.
And you,
You're
Sarah.
welcome.
You're welcome.
Yeah, Sarah. See, Sarah, your receptivity was just as important as what anybody else says to you. So, yeah, and it's hard. I sometimes get a little bit defensive, like with the language gym. Sometimes I was like, "Come on, Sophia, come on, just do it." I'm like, I can't just do it like that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that feeling many times.
But just think of it. Look at it this way for you guys. Is that look at the millions of beautiful men that are watching this right now.
Where are they? You're beautiful, but you're taken, Brian. So where are all the other beautiful men? And
they're coming.
They're coming.
All right.
We just want to hear you guys hiss and roar, and we will follow.
Hiss and roar. Yeah. Yes.
Oh,
yes.
wow.
Oh, Sarah, I thought of you last night.
Oh.
Yes, I did, because I quit smoking, and the reason I quit smoking so that I could be more open to the channeling and the languages, because I thought that's what would be blocking, right? Thank you. So last night I woke up. I've been tossing and turning, man, since I stopped smoking, but my dreams are clearer and some energy has shifted somewhere. And then I thought of the languages and I felt this little pressure inside my brain. Remember the first language gym you were in? You said, oh, I feel some pressure in my brain, but I'm not quite sure what it is. And so last night I felt this little, when I thought of languages, I felt this little pressure in my brain. I thought, oh, that reminds me of Sarah. So I thought of you about 2 o'clock in the morning last night.
Oh, thank you. But now, whenever I feel the pressure, I say, yay, I'm rerouting my brain.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. So, yeah, I hope that's going to work like that. Yeah, and right now my daughter is here, so I'm not going to even try to speak because she freaks out. But
that's okay.
Well, we can either
maybe later.
We could either create T-shirts or bumper stickers or both. Beware.
To say what? To say what?
Beware. I hiss and I roar.
Oh, awesome. Oh,
I love that.
Brian, that's so good.
Yes.
Please do it. That is awesome. I love it. I love it. I hiss and I roar. And I'll bang down your door.
That should be a T-shirt I wear every time I walk.
Yeah.
Beware.
Yeah.
Hiss and roar.
I hiss and I roar, so lock your doors. Yes, that's what it was. So lock your doors. Beware.
Love it.
Yeah. Anyway, it's all good. Okay, I'm gonna get up again and go over to my daughter. I'll be back soon. Okay, she's calling.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks.
Have a lovely time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I do like that though. I hiss and I roar.
I hiss and I roar.
Where?
That's for sure.
Yeah. Dan, are you still there? Gabriel?
I am here, yes.
Cool, man.
Hi.
What do you think of a t-shirt or bumper stickers or both? I hiss and I roar.
No, the beware part got to be part of it.
I don't
Oh, yeah,
need,
beware.
I don't need the tea.
There you go.
That is a cool idea. I do like it.
Is it
I do
Steven?
enjoy funny t-shirts.
Hello, Steven.
Hey, Steven.
How are y'all?
Good, good. How are you?
I'm at work right now.
Okay.
Y'all been up to?
Oh, just
Yes.
having conversations.
Just hissing and roaring.
Cool.
Actually, that should be one of the Human Colonies t-shirts.
Yeah.
Because Max was wanting to do like some Human Colonies t-shirts, wasn't he? So we should get like some language ones. Just get like woo-ha.
Yeah,
Woo-ha.
woo-ha would be a good one.
That's a good one.
Woo-ha. And the back should say moo-ha.
Yep.
Yep.
Greetings and goodbye. Yes. Or farewell. Greetings and farewell.
Yeah,
Front and the back. That's brilliant.
love that. We're gonna have to start getting that together. That's okay. Anybody else has anything to say?
Yeah, some of the language I've been playing around with, just coming through me a little bit more.
Let's hear it.
All different types. Alright, let's go ahead now. It sounds like Octurian or something.
Very
That
good.
was a funny one, isn't it?
Yeah.
it's a strange
It
one
puts
for
me
me.
in mind of cartoon characters
Yeah.
when they're speaking a foreign language.
Especially when you go like chikalakadoo.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but that's
Great.
Yeah, it's a strange one for me. I'm just not used to some of these. It's interesting.
Good job for that.
Thank you.
Oh, your son's there with you? Oh my God, there was a feedback for a second.
Yeah. He told me good job for that.
Oh, he loved it.
He likes it.
Ask him if he could speak it.
He's busy in Minecraft right now.
Oh, okay.
He's in his own reality.
Right.
Just for now.
Yeah.
The other one is part of the reptilian language, I believe.
Okay, let's hear it.
Between that and Lyran.
You want to show us?
Yeah, I'm trying to think between Lyran. It might come out a mixture of both. I'm not sure exactly, but I'll throw it out there.
Mm-hmm.
Shakutuka siaka milakoto chukodo vinasatatika pakatura elarokia makasika chikatuka bia kulukotu chanantia kamastapia loko chakadana sanadia koto pakasika korala satia mukojuka siarakia sia ia makotua
I like that one. That had strength to it.
That was quite Lyran. That
was
sounded
really
Lyran.
hot.
Is that Lyran, maybe?
That sounded quite Lyran. Yeah, that was awesome, man.
That's fabulous.
Thank you.
Yeah, that exactly what you said. It's got power to it.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like a commanding kind of.
Isn't it?
I'm the boss kind of.
On the
voice.
bus.
The boss, yeah.
Oh, I'm
It
the
does sound-
boss.
yeah.
Yeah, man, Brian.
Sounds like that.
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah,
If anybody
feel free if any of yours guys want to come through any language. Go ahead.
There's a new one I started saying. I was practicing with Gabriel. They thought it might be a bit of Arturian, but one of the dialects, but it feels different from the way everyone else is speaking it.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Well, I feel like somebody needs to start me off.
Keep going.
It feels different.
It does, and it sounds a little different from the other one that you spoke. I like that one. Both of them are fascinating.
It kind of sounds like the similar thing that was happening with Gabriel, where you were saying the same words over and over, and you're just unlocking new words, kind of piece by piece.
Yeah.
Because a lot of what you were saying was very similar.
Yeah.
But that's a new one coming out, so just work with that, and then you have all sorts of stuff coming through.
Yeah, that's really good.
So I feel like I need to catch up with some of you guys.
No, you don't need to catch up. You're at your own pace. You're exactly where you need to be.
Shalkotu Yamakasakatia Kulaka Chakototo Viakatsanatia Balorokotia Sina Kachikata Misaka Kukakati Kachikotato Lasiakatu Picasso Lua Miakati Chakatutani Nandua Katia Karakataju Tika Samakotu Kalakati Chichikahoya.
It feels like you should... Oh, go ahead.
Kalakotuchi katati pakasaya main kalakotuchi katati dia koto dia sika pakati yaka koka sila chenda kokoti tika pakake kasika koka tika kotochi katide pakasakrati tika pakoti tika to kalakotuchi kachichi kata sama kotojo piala katia pakotuti pada de sikotudia palako koti.
Tota Sakato no Itasato.
Chekakoto. Kikasama katiyakvo. Yakatakalatukachiktataya. Samakoto chikatotorea. Pakati chitan tukuti pakatotia katadidesiado. Pela korula katikachitokaya sadua. Mi ko la kotuchi ko pakasi ka pakarola katikatikatikatokatoka. Picasso akatia.
Tijia, uchuko finia hata simido. Wana hata hainishi kwana kasimiki. Una hainishi jiwa na kashe.
Dosis Isindona Itakaya Ishiat Santo.
Oshitaya shasha. Warishika.
Oscar Ska.
Warishika. Asha. Washika. Chikalakotukasia. Pakatita dila rokat sakate de kasia to chikatotaya. Makarisinta katukoteraka chikato de asia toto dia. Pakinga kata kontak chikatoto. Chakalakado de asia. Chakosika ashika asha shika ashiki. Asha asha.
Dosis Hatkao Oshoto Okso.
Asha. Omochika asha. Wakishika asha. Asha.
That's new.
Yeah. That's fascinating.
Not all y'all, but we're all doing great on accelerating our abilities.
Yeah.
Anyways, hey, it was nice talking with y'all. I gotta go back to work, y'all. It's much love, much fun, all y'all.
Yours is starting to come. Proud of you.
Love you.
Love you.
Wolfpack.
Yeah. Oh my God, my hands are vibrating.
So Sarah, do you feel like you learned some new words today?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
My hands are literally tingling and vibrating at the moment.
That's great because that's the impression that you're feeling inside, you know, and around your body, and that's the part of the activations.
That's you
Yes.
telling Naga today that you don't want to hold him back.
Yes.
So now he's coming through a little bit at a time, just so you're comfortable with it.
You feel that was Naga?
I reckon that was the same language.
Huh.
It was just new words I found. I felt it was more of the language that you've been learning. But I could be wrong. I'm not necessarily Mr. Alien Languages, to be honest. I'm as clueless as most people are. All I know is that I've got a lot of them, and I feel comfortable kind of expanding into more and learning more, and yeah, I reckon I've got the ability to learn all of them, or at least a dialect of that race.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Hello, Caroline.
Hello, Caroline.
Hello.
Hello.
We're just playing around with some languages. Anything coming through for you?
Oh, maybe.
I feel comfortable kind
Maybe.
of expanding into more and whoa. I hear myself in the background. So Liney, what stuff have you got?
Zinakalokochukatia. Zangadia kata saka pakote chikatetea. Lunga lekasatiaka. Ika chakatika huasatia. Roga sea magochikatia koto. Piakata kiasia. Mukota chikata diawa.
Yeah, me too. It just seems like a real echo going on here somehow.
So Liney, what stuff have you got?
Huh?
Zinakalokochukatia.
Oh,
Zangadia kata.
Something's going wrong now.
Turn your video off. You're like watching the video and you're trying to join your. You know what I mean, Caroline?
Oh, I see.
She's watching the video and then, or like a feedback or something.
Yeah.
that was me. Sorry, guys.
It's all
okay.
It's me thinking, what's going on? I thought it was actually quite funny, but there you go.
So, any new languages for you, Caroline?
Oh, just my usual, which kind of goes, oh, here we go. Halaka malika la gaskumalaka dola kaya la kumalakai. Haya kumalaka skimmalako la kuhula kanika la kamarika ya kuya. Something like that.
No, that sounds kind of similar to mine a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I think Sabrina also speaks something like that.
Uh-huh. Ola katika sala katicha katodia sika pakadia. Kana sa loria kotoji chikatadia. Poko sokodukia. Makastika likatiko tokotuji titikatia sakatudu. Kafasakala kitikna kachokolakatia. Katsakatik tokakisi lakochu. Pi papakotu chikani. Dati koprak sakolak tikluti chiktakti tokotutu. Jump in and anybody wants to.
I'm going to be right back, just a sec.
All right.
Alaka bidiska na kalako na kamiska la koto ya la kamaria. Alaka skiwu la kemia ko kitske malakatu ya la kamaria ya. Oske bu de kinalako ya la kamishko la kinuska.
Hola, chica, la la la. Wara chica, la la la. Waita. Wara chica, la la.
Alakoto chikatia. Masatia kori. Kakati te kato tekati te lakoto titika chikatati dia solo koto. Tinga kia koto loko shaktika papatika lokoro. Inga tita ko tai to chukatika titi. Pako loko tu chikantinga koto solo tu.
Liney, hi, it's Saphira. Liney, did she go already? Mister.
No.
Liney,
Can you hear
hello. Yeah.
Sorry, it keeps my screen keeps kind of.
Yeah, she's freezing in and out.
Yeah, I did that before too. It was nice to hear you speaking. My goodness, I just realized who it was because I'm not really in here 100% yet. But I heard this nice language and I thought, That's Liney with the tiger.
Hello.
Hello. Awesome.
Yeah.
Arr.
Brian, you got to make those I hiss and roar t-shirts.
Yeah, it's the bumper stickers and the t-shirts. We have to make it's called Beware, I Hiss and Roar.
Yo. We hiss and we roar.
Max will love that.
Yeah. Carolyn, which language were you just speaking?
I don't know. I think it's a cross between Arcturian and Yadian, I think. But it's not. When I'm more passionate about it, it kind of comes out as more. It sounds kind of a bit more Italian, kind of got a bit like an Italian twang to it.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, I can hear that. It's beautiful.
It's quite funny, but it's quite weird because I used to kind of say little words to myself in the past and didn't really think much of it, and it kind of like turned into like like Italian would say like pizza, that, and I didn't really think much of it until like now, when I think, oh, there's actually something there, it's actually something. It's not nothing. Yeah.
Who was it? Was it Dan or was it Rowie? Somebody asked if the Italians were Yael, if many of the Italians were Yael. And I think Jim was channeling somebody. I think he said many are. Maybe you have some Yael there with the Italian.
Yeah, when Nick speaks his Yael, it was quite Italian. There was a lot of Italian in there.
Yeah. Interesting.
But
yeah.
Mate, it might because you've got a strong connection to the Andromedans as well. So it may be that. Right, nobody's actually heard Andromedan yet.
I know. That's what I want to know. Please contact me so I can find out.
We've got no references for this stuff. Maybe you're the one bringing it to the group.
I hope so. I really do. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
It would be. Yeah. I know they're very telepathic. So when I heard that they were in helping in Colony 1, I was kind of quite excited. I thought, yes, they're actually doing something because they don't like to do much. They just like to keep themselves to themselves pretty much, and they don't like to interfere too much. And my ones don't. I know that. And so yeah, it's quite exciting to hear that they're kind of helping with the telepathy. I think it's pretty cool.
That and Ruth and Sophia, something's coming through you too, Sophia.
Yes, and thank you, Brian. And I think maybe one of my channeling gifts is actually interpreting and not only speaking. And yesterday I was doing some meditation. I took a walk and I was doing some meditation in nature. And every time I expanded my heart out, I felt a lot of love. And then I got a message and it said, let them all know they are loved. Let them all know they are loved. And there's so many people who don't understand about being loved, even us probably many times. So then I was thinking about there's a lot of lonely people in prison. There's a lot of situations where people would like to know that they're loved, but like me just writing a letter saying you're loved, I don't know if that works. So I don't really know how to let people know they're loved, but that was the message.
Those who come in contact around you, those people that feel that around you, just by you being you and your passion and your joy, they feel that. It gives them the opportunity in that moment to you being the facilitator and allowing them to feel that around you and each other. Where it's kind of not so much of what you call feeding, but it's an expansiveness. It's the awareness of that you are a part of everything, but the love that you're talking about is the unconditional love without conditions. Period. No conditions on what love is. Love is universal. It's cosmic. It's just everyone taps into because it's a state of allowance. Love equals allowance.
Very nice. Thank you. Yeah, I also felt the message was for, well, maybe not. Maybe it was just for each of us in our own environment to do just what you said, Brian. I don't know. I always start thinking, because I have a Christian background, I always start thinking mission, you know, larger.
Same
larger
here. I'm the same. Off and on. So I feel that sometimes. I feel like, okay, what is my mission here? What is it that I'm supposed to be doing? But then again, it's like, if I follow my highest excitement, that's where the synchronicities line up.
Yeah.
Because it's one after another, and then you just get into a flow of things. You don't have to think about it as much anymore. It's just a flow. The minute we stop and we judge and try to figure out, that's when it stops.
Yeah, that's a 3D version of us doing that. Yeah.
Okay, I will say something to you, Brian, in Italian.
Okay.
È vero.
Wait, say it real slow, because I want to hear it sexy.
Okay. È vero, signor, è vero.
You're going to have to interpret that, too, because I'm not good at interpretations.
I just said it's true, sir. It's true. È vero. Is, and vero is like il verità, the truth.
Yes,
il verità. So è vero means it's true. So I said it's true, sir. It's true. Yes.
Beautiful. I love how you say that, too. It's very, very simple, very sexy.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
And we can see your face turning red right now. So the millions
I
of
know.
Yeah.
You can? Oh, God, really? You can see actually color through this hangout thing?
Just think the thousands and millions of beautiful men out there seeing your smile right now.
Yeah, right. Well, do you know, it's true, yes. Do you know that I have met my twin? I know who my twin flame is. I'm not going to say who it is, but I know who it is.
That's beautiful.
But, so I'm not looking for anyone, but it's such challenge. Actually, people often get confused between a soulmate and a twin flame. And they think that soulmates and twin flames are the same. Well, I doubt it, because soulmates have a rather easy time once they meet, and it's so automatic, and they don't challenge each other's insecurities or mirror each other to the point where they're just going nuts or whatever. But twin flames are total mirrors, and they often meet in diverse. They often meet where either one or the other partner is already married, or they're in another country, or something. There's many obstacles, because they're part of each other's soul. They each share part of the soul, and before they reunite, there's a lot of baggage and they have to reach the same spiritual understanding and the maturity. So this can be quite a challenge. So I'm going through quite a challenge right now with mine, and I don't know how the ending is going to turn out.
The question is, do you want to know the ending, or do you enjoy the process? Yeah, no, the process is painful. I'd rather get to the ending already. Let's get to the ending, man, because this is too much. But yeah, I mean, doesn't always end up being a romantic union, but that's the concept that it could be. I think the process of go ahead, Liney. I'm going to be
I was going to say, are you sure it's not Brian? You've got something to tell us, Brian? Eh?
Well, my twin mate, my soul.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it could be Brian's married, so that makes it difficult. That's already the first challenge. He's living somewhere else. That's the next challenge. I don't feel too much incompatibility, though. See, they usually the twin flames are such an intense mirror to each other. Liney, you know it's not Brian. What are you doing? You're playing with us. No, anyway. We're roaring and whatever. Yeah, but that would be, there was an old movie called Harold and Maude. Has anybody ever seen that movie?
No. I was thinking about it's either Brian or me.
That's so funny.
Ooh.
No. I didn't say it was from the human colony. I just said I know who he is.
Ooh.
Yeah. So let the mystery expand.
Sophia, you're kind of digging a bit of a hole here. Go on, keep going.
I know. So anyway, there's a movie called Harold and Maude, and it's from the 80s. It's a really interesting movie where she's like, I think 65 and he's 23 or something. And like at first it's really gross, the idea of having that kind of relationship, but this was a very taboo movie, as you can imagine, back in the day, of such a young man and an older woman. But actually, I don't think in the movie they showed any sexuality, but it was more, they were so connected to each other. They loved each other so much. And yeah, anyway, that's all I'm going to say about the movie. But so there could be twin flames who meet like that too, you know. There's age difference, there's sexuality preference difference, there's where people are living, married, not married, young, old. It's all kinds of stuff, yeah. So anyway, about all those men watching out there, yeah.
Ruth, I already met one.
You're going to have to come up with a...
Your daughter.
Oh my God. You're so funny.
Well,
yeah, Brian, they're gonna have to wait in line. Oh, yeah, maybe Gabrielle. Who knows? Yeah. Yeah, she grew up in Germany.
Ich habe eine Grundlage.
Ja, aber die Deutschen sind sehr manchmal so brutal, in wie die mit alles umgehen. Verstehst du? She likes the Americans are very gentle. Oh, when I was in Germany 20 years, after a while I was like, oh my God, I am missing the American men. They are so gentle. I was missing that gentleness. And then sometimes that... Huh?
You want a hug?
I do. I need a hug. How did you know?
We're gonna give you a big hug right now. It's an energetic hug.
Awesome. Thank you. I'll just receive
You're welcome.
Thank you. I do. I'm dealing with a lot of loss, and I need a hug.
Yeah, I almost went to sleep. That was why I was lying in my bed and had so much energy.
He felt that hug. He was saying he felt that hug so much it put him to sleep almost.
Oh, yeah.
That was sweet. Thank you very much.
I wonder. I think Lakesh came a little bit.
Oh wow!
Into my arm and my leg.
Was that recently?
It was nice. Yeah, when I was lying. I can't communicate. I just feel the energy right now.
Yeah, it's for you to start to slowly get used to the energy. That's why. I don't think he's just going to fully come into you full blown, you know. It's more of you getting used to the energies, being grounded, and then working with from there.
Yeah, it was very gentle energy.
He is very gentle and warm. He tried once to see how far he could get with me a few months ago, and he said I'm not ready, but his energy was very nice. Yeah. Maybe I'm more ready now for him. But he didn't like Sabrina's body, he said.
You would go ooh, I don't like this body.
He did. He said that nothing personal about Sabrina, of course, but he just said he didn't like the body. I guess he's so used to Jim. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's used to.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, Prana.
Hello, Prana. Urakatana karasana kurua tara tasan kratatara tuturu kwana karasana kratate.
Hey, Prana. Go ahead, Gabriel. I'm sorry.
Urkatna kirikirikitur turpatatana si surtatana haha.
Orakodono karasana kratatara tuturu kasana kratatara tunuru kosana kurua tatara kurunutu.
Hinilala kalapita, hilapitita, ya tititu, hino hila.
Chilakotuati Katsikalakati Golong Jing Takalakatacon Ding Doka Jake do Daiki Salakudu Dai so do.
Brian, you were going to ask me something. What was it?
Oh yeah, I was just creating some ideas that were floating in my mind about some bumper stickers or T-shirts that say, "Beware, I'm hissing and roaring."
Oh.
I like better, Brian. I hiss and I roar. I
Yeah,
think that's
that one.
more of a,
That's it.
yeah.
That's more appropriate. I hiss
Yeah.
and I roar.
Oh, interesting.
Prana, how long have you been speaking the language?
I just spoke just now. When you said it, I just...
Yeah. When you
and,
came in, and then I like, boom, started speaking it.
Yep.
Keep going, Prana, if you want.
So that is Arcturian, right?
Some kind of Arcturian, I think.
Yeah, I think that's Arcturian.
Yeah, a little between that. Palladian, maybe. Yeah.
No, I didn't want to interrupt. I mean, I just wanted to see what you guys were talking about.
You're not
If I had something to contribute, then I would contribute.
Well, we
Yeah.
were talking about twin flames. Do you know, and have you ever met a twin flame or a soulmate in your life?
I have not, or, you know, I mean, I'm not aware if I have, but I have heard Drunvalo Melchizedek talk about twin flame.
Oh.
And it was very interesting because before I listened to that, my idea of meeting a twin flame or a soulmate was that, you know, you are meeting the other half of you, so it would be the most beautiful, wonderful experience. But Drunvalo had a complete different take on it because he actually had met his twin flame in this lifetime because
Yeah.
it was actually brought to him. And according to him, what he said was that was the worst 2 years of his life because it was constant fighting and constant bickering, and he was saying, so people, whoever is thinking about twin flame or so, like, you know, soulmates, I would hold off on as long as possible. So that was his take. And you know what had happened to him was in the past life, he was a female and his wife was a male. So in this lifetime, they switched their sexes, right? And I mean, I guess like whenever people reincarnate, I guess they switch their sexes. And in a previous lifetime, they had a daughter, and he was a girl, so it was the wife and her daughter was captured by some people, like some tribal people, and his wife, who was a male at the time, or her husband, said like, okay, you know, no, the wife, sorry, the anyway, like, because the sex reversal, I mean, sometimes I get confused. Anyway, so he was supposed to go back and rescue them, and he could never go back, right? So that's why in his lifetime, his wife remembered all that stuff, you know, like being the twin flame and all. So she was very upset, and that's what they argued about a lot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so that's my understanding of twin flame. I was shocked to hear that. Wow.
Oh my gosh. No, I'm laughing a lot when you're talking about it because I was just saying that right before you came in. I was saying how the twin flame is different from the soulmate. The soulmate's not supposed to be as difficult as the twin flame. But when you meet the twin flame, you can either be enemies, you can be the best friends, you can be lovers, but it's not easy. And the circumstances under which you meet are normally not equal and not easy. And also, Lakesh explained that your twin flame doesn't, if it's half soul, like if I meet my twin flame and we each have the half of each other's soul, that's a whole different thing than if I have 3/4 and he's got 1/4. So I will be wishing for maybe his quarter, or, you know, one of us is wishing for the other one more than the other because we have different amounts of each other's soul. It gets very complicated. But it's not easy. I was just sharing that before you came in, so thank you for that. Hello, Ellie. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, Doctor. How are you?
Hi, guys.
How are things in Bulgaria?
I was thinking about you, and I was like, isn't there like a hangout going on right now? Let me check.
There
Okay.
is. There is. Yeah.
Elle, are it cold in where you are now?
It's a very nice summer. We had a lot of rain, and there were some disasters here by the seaside. But now everything is handled, and we're okay to continue the way we live.
In Sweden, we had very hot summer, and America had very cold summer, and winter. We had a hot winter, and America had a cold winter, and
It depends on like.
and now we have a very cold summer.
See, I'm in Vegas, which is very close to California, and it was not cold at all. I did not even feel like it was winter. It was more like spring.
Yeah.
Winter.
I'm in Arizona, Prana. I had this.
Okay.
I thought we had a beautiful winter this time.
Yeah.
Wow, I was very happy. A beautiful winter. Yeah. It's the kind of winter I moved here for. I moved to Arizona in 2012 because of the winters. And the first winter was really terrible. It was cold with a lot of rain. So this year we had a beautiful winter. Yeah. Just like you said, it wasn't too cold.
This whole year. Go ahead, Sarah.
I was gonna say, does anyone feel like today feels a bit different in weather? Because I'm in Miami, and yesterday it was 90 degrees, and today is 75 degrees. It's 75 degrees in June, the end of June. That never happens. Like, it's usually 90 all summer, but it is 75 degrees today. Like, that is absolutely crazy for me.
Yeah.
Weather is
What's that, Ellie?
Weather is changing everywhere. It's completely different from what we are used to. So,
Ellie, are you aware or have you heard of the Planet X or the Nibiru thing?
I cannot say that I have information in my head right now. No.
According to what I understand or what I've been reading, there's a planet that has entered our solar system. I mean, I think it's a Planet X, and some people call it Nibiru. It was held off like last year, but now they're allowing that planet to go through our solar system, and because of that, it is very electromagnetic, and that's why, like, it is interacting directly with the Earth's atmosphere, the electromagnetic of it, and that is creating a loss of Earth wobble. And all these sinkholes that you are seeing and these freak tsunamis that was just generated, I think, in Italy or somewhere.
In Italy.
And yeah, all those things, because of like the Earth wobble, it is creating those stuff, and earthquakes going on where like there was no earthquakes before, and it is all happening because of the magnetic pull and push, or the toggle, or the wobble, and so that's why like there's snow in some parts of the world where in midsummer, and in some places where it's supposed to be winter, no snow at all, and this is gonna, I think, be more severe, and these are the signs, I should say, of that planet passing through. And there was this guy who channels cosmic consciousness, and he was talking about that after July 15, this is going to be more intense, and the things that people were talking about the pole shift or the earth changes, it will be allowed to happen. So that's why you are seeing that freak weather and all that stuff.
Yeah,
and
now,
that's
my understanding of it.
The weather.
We're not going to have the polar shift because it will destroy our civilization. They will not want it.
All that gloom and doom's been canceled.
Ha, thank God.
Yeah, we control the weather. So we if we start getting all anxious as a human collective, then that's what the weather's going to be like.
The coastal areas, there is a mini ice age that's taking place, but it's mostly the coastal areas as the Arctic and a lot of the glaciers and stuff are melting and stuff. The sea levels will rise, but it's not going to be catastrophic. So.
Yeah, I don't know.
And if it gets catastrophic, we just use our spacecraft.
It won't. Not to that degree.
Right.
It's not. It's just put it this way. It's just see it from this perspective. There won't be a what you call end of the world or anything like that. So it's nothing like that.
Yeah, I'm not worried about
If it does, we just go to the colonies.
The world is bad for business.
Yeah, according to all the ships that are outside our Earth, that's what they are for. In case if anything happened, they can literally lift us up in 10 minutes.
Yes, they have the technologies also, and they would not want to see humanity die off like that, and that's not going to happen. I know a lot of in religions, a lot of the religions, certain things like the individuals like to scare people because that's all they've been taught, to fear. But it's not like that. It's it's
Brian.
much more. Yes.
Look who's here.
Is it Naomi?
Hello.
Hello, nice to meet you, my friend. How are you?
Good. How about you guys?
Good.
Great.
It's wonderful to see you on here. We see you in the distance sometimes back and forth.
You
but
look better.
I'm so happy.
You look very good.
You are-
Very good.
Yes, you are always welcomed here, just to talk and things that are on your mind and things that you want to get off your chest in a way, just to throw it out there,
We can even talk about boyfriends and girlfriends and all the stuff.
Preferably when it's not live.
Yes.
That's right.
But just
Very
things
nice.
that open up your heart.
This is live.
Yeah, it's probably best not to chat about that if it's live. Start small, work your way in, feel comfortable, and then start asking questions whenever you're ready.
Were you talking to me?
I think we all were.
Yes, yes.
Oh, I didn't get that. Sorry. The connection is really bad actually. Like it like breaks up, and so I didn't really hear. I just said I heard something about talking, but
Make it louder.
no, it's not. It breaks up. It's not the.
It's okay. If you can hear me, you can tell us what's going on with you. Is there something new going on? Have you met some new people?
Oh, what's going on with me?
Yeah. With you,
In my life, or
Yeah, in
what did
your
my mom
everyday
say about me again?
No.
I think with some members we help you.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, we can hear you just fine.
I didn't know that we were the same people.
I have a feeling you will be picking up something new. And maybe you have started or met some new people. I don't know, but I have a feeling that something new is happening to you.
To me, something new, not really. I'm just going through a what do you call that? Mental illness right now, but I know what it is and how to overcome it. It just takes time, and otherwise I'm trying to be positive in life. Yep. That's what's been going on.
Yeah,
Maybe
well,
your mental illness is not a illness at all. Maybe it's just a stigma. People have just labeled that word, but maybe you actually are blessed and see many different things that most people can't see or understand.
No, it's not really that. It's really a mental illness because it makes you feel like a stranger to yourself. It's not that I feel like I discovered new things or whatever. You feel like you feel like basically you're high all day long, that you just feel really disconnected, but you feel disconnected from your body, from your mind, like you feel like somebody else is in your body, like you cannot connect with anything that from your past. You know who I know who I am and my parents and when I was born and everything I experienced through my life. It's not that I forget it, you just cannot connect to any feelings. Like, I know my 18th birthday like 2 years ago, and I know what I did and who I was, but I cannot connect to it. Like, if I talk right now, I know this is my voice, but it just seems like a strange. It's just, you feel like a stranger to yourself, and it's weird thinking that you exist all this time and who you were all this time. It's just, and this is caused by a traumatic. It can be caused by a traumatic event and by other stuff, and it just breaks out, and your brain basically tries to protect itself from that traumatic event and makes you feel that you go out of your body. It's just caused by a post-traumatic event. Not everybody gets it who like experience something traumatic. It just can be triggered, and it's just basically a pile of too much traumatic stuff that just overflames, and then your brain does that with you, and it just takes time to connect, and it takes a lot of time to understand it and just to live with it, and you have to take control. You have to take control over it. Exactly.
Yeah.
It is, but it's hard because when you get that, it's called depersonalization. I cannot say it in English.
Just, I would say, don't try to explain.
When you get that, you think you're going crazy because you don't feel like you're yourself, and this disease is not really out there. Not many people know about it. So you're first thinking, okay, I'm going crazy because I have no feeling for who I am. You look at your hands, you look at yourself in the mirror, you're just like, who is that? It's just you're really connected.
You've let go of your identity. Is that a good thing?
Kinda, yeah. It's just you cannot connect to it. You hear your own voice, and it just seems so weird. Like, oh my gosh, who is that? Like, it's just you feel like a complete stranger to yourself, and you see life in a different things. You start thinking about stuff in life that makes you feel panicked, and
so you get the anxieties. So that's where the anxiety comes.
Yeah, because I for a while I got into a moment thing. I was just like, who was I 2 seconds ago? Who am I in the next second? Like, how can I always be right now? Just stuff like that normally makes total sense, but you're getting obsessed with thoughts, and you get really
the mind's getting in the way because you're trying to understand it. The mind's getting in the way.
Exactly. It's overworking, and you feel like you think a lot about death and just really stuff that you try to control stuff that you can control in life, and
right.
It
the
makes
things that you cannot control, just let it go. That's the thing.
That's actually one of the biggest things with the mind. When the mind becomes too controlling, when you almost become reliant on your brain, it actually makes you feel like you can control everything outside of you as well, and you're trying to control it to try and make yourself feel better about it, to try and make your brain kind of feel like it's in control of your universe. I know exactly where you come from because I went through that as a kid as well.
Yeah, and the thing is, your mind makes you just think stuff that's normally totally makes sense, but it doesn't make any sense to you. And then you realize things about life, and you're just like, that doesn't make any sense. You start panicking all day long about, and
Would
you get
that be just overthinking, and then like just not allowing or just not letting go because you are like constantly thinking, and one thought is like attracting another thought, one negative thought is attracting another negative thought, and then it just becomes overwhelming and stuff like that. Couldn't you like sometimes, like let's say for example, you were in that moment, right? Couldn't you like say, okay, pause this thought and then go backtrack your thoughts and see if you can control your thoughts that way, or just change them and say like, hey, you know what, I am going to change the way I am thinking, and I'm going to take control of it and see if you can do that. You know, the moment you feel like you're overwhelmed.
I don't allow myself anymore. Like, these thoughts still come, sometimes pop into my head, and it tries to make me feel panic, but I know that this is not me, so I don't try to allow myself to think that. Whenever it comes, I just try to distract myself. The thing is that post-traumatic stress, it causes a chemical imbalance in your head because your brain tries to protect yourself from everything, because it's been through such a traumatic trauma that your brain really just causes a chemical imbalance. So the best way really to overcome this is to try to you have to go through that traumatic experience again and just accept it. It's just like it's a lot of work, because your brain has to change again and know that it's okay what happened to you and it's going to be okay. And just things from the past, it's just everything is it piles everything up, all that trauma, and then through another traumatic experience. Lots of people get that through smoking weed or whatever. It just like comes in, it hits you, and it's there, and it's hard, and you have to learn how to deal with it. And you can try it, like obsessive thoughts, you can put them away, but not feeling yourself all day long and talking and doing stuff and just feeling like you're a total stranger, you don't know who you were all your life. It's just really hard, but you just have to still go on and always remind yourself that this is not you, and it's just right now an illness, and it will go away. You just have to accept what happened to you, and yeah, it's tough, and it takes a lot to accept right now what's happening to you, because if you have never thought and felt this way your whole life, I've never had a panic attack in my entire life until like 2 months ago or 3 months ago. So it's a lot what's going on with you, because you think you're going crazy because you never ever thought like this.
I have something to give.
Look at now. Look at your smile. Look at your radiance. Look at your brilliance. Look in the mirror right now. Go to the bathroom in the mirror. Look at yourself and look what's happening. You're shifting your perspective right now as you talk. As you're talking, you're letting it go. You're letting everything out. This is beautiful. This is what we're talking about. The more that you can talk to other people and put yourself in their position also, back and forth, role play, whatever it takes for you to get that anxiety out, not to hold it and push it down into your solar plexus, but to bring it out. That is the beauty. That's where you're allowing yourself to free yourself from letting other aspects of yourself control yourself, you know?
Yeah.
Controlling you. You're being in command.
Hey, Sarah, you had something to say?
Yes, I wanted to offer you this, because you feel that your mind is running like 1,000 miles a minute. Meditation may be helpful to you, because meditation actually quiets the mind.
Yep, I've already been into that. It's from one point I knew I wasn't ready yet for meditation, because meditation used to make me, I think some people, because my dad, all he does is meditation. He's all into yoga, and he's like the biggest, I already know about that stuff. It's just some people have it easier and some people don't, but there have been a few practices I'm doing for just calming your mind. And through this experience, I got a huge sleep disorder. Like, it's sleeping for me is a hard because
I also want to offer you this.
My body's asleep, but my mind keeps working, and and I tell you to shut down and to focus, try to meditate, but it's just really strong because my brain is trying to comfort my body all the time to say you're not going crazy. I'm just trying to prevent myself from a panic attack all day long, because
Are
it's
you
still.
trying to fix things? Is your mind trying to fix solutions of the world? What exactly is it? One event, or is it overall what's going on in the world in general?
I don't let my mind do that anymore. Try to fix solution. I know that this world was created as it should be, so I'm not thinking anymore that stuff. I don't let myself think that stuff.
And here's the thing: we can't control the world. I mean, we can't change the world in the global thing. It's changing ourselves, our perceptions, our reflections of who we are. That's what changes everything else. You have to start with self.
Mm-hmm.
The you that's you, at the core of who you are, your brilliance, not the judgments, not anything else. It's that which you already know. It's deep inside you. That is when you look in the mirror, you look at yourself and you say, I am beautiful. I love myself. That is powerful, and mean it, and believe it. That changes everything.
It does.
That's amazing, Brian.
Yes.
You really meant that you said.
When you start with self, and it's challenging, because if you can at least maybe start out with 5 minutes or a minute, whatever it takes for you to look at yourself in the mirror, and but do not judge yourself. One little thing, what is wrong? I don't like this about me. That, what I can get better at. Just observe yourself and say, yes. I love you. You are brilliant, and that is powerful because it's you with you. You're being with yourself.
Yep.
And that's how others see you too, because through the mirror, the only time we can see our reflection mostly is through other people.
Isn't that weird? I realized that.
I know.
Too.
It's the
I got caught on that for like 2 days. I'm just like, the only time I've ever seen myself is when I look in the mirror. I have no idea how other people see me or.
Exactly.
But here's the thing: you're actually becoming the observer of yourself. You notice what you said. You said that you feel like you're watching yourself in your own body, say your words, just talking and being who you are. Why don't you allow yourself to be that observer in order to understand yourself, to be that mirror for yourself?
Oh, I do. It's just, it's really hard to explain what it does to you. And that's the only way to become healing is if you just accept what you are and the moment you are and everything what happened to you. You just have to really accept from just accept everything and let it go and be okay with it. And I don't have a problem with myself, or I love myself and everything. It's just every human being, when they talk, they know that that's them right now talking, and they have a feeling. You have a feeling for your character and for who you are and whatever. That's just what's with me right now. I do not have any feeling for it. I do not have any. I have memories and I know what I did, but I don't have any connection of feeling with it. I don't have any connection of feeling with myself. Like, if I look at my hands, it's just really weird. If I look at myself in the mirror, if I see myself here, it's just really weird. Or if I hear my voice, but I don't let that affect myself anymore. It's just a lot of work and it takes time. Lots of people are really impatient with that.
It takes so much more energy trying to control everything, doesn't it?
It does. It's
the mind goes crazy because you want to know the details of every little thing, and that's the thing.
So much energy up.
It takes way too much.
And it's less energy to accept.
Exactly. It is. It's less. But sometimes you're during the day or whatever, it still comes through stronger where you feel kind of a little bit panicked again. But then you have to it's just a constant calming and accepting, telling your mind, I accept my situation. That's the first step to recovering in any case, to accept what happened to you or what's been happening or whatever. And
when you feel like that, I also want to offer you the idea of just allowing yourself to take a very deep breath, because that would stop you in your tracks when you do that. And allow your brain to have that much more oxygen so it can relax a little bit.
And that's the thing I've noticed with my children. They'll be like arguing back and forth sometimes, my children. And I say, guys, take a deep breath. And when they take that breath, it's like it takes their mind, it allows them to relax. And their heartbeat that's racing out of anger starts to relax, and they come down a notch, a couple notches.
Yeah, because we human beings, we breathe all the time, and we don't even realize we breathe. So when we do breathing exercises, it tells your brain, it stimulates your brain and everything because you feel alive, but we don't realize that.
You're coming through so much clearer and so much more presence about you. You know what I mean? You're very focused, but you're very open, and that's beautiful, Naomi.
Yes, it's gorgeous.
Thank you. You guys too. Everybody.
Yeah, anytime. Just like I said, to just get down here and to share and to open up, because that it's a self-empowerment. You know, we feel it. We give it to another. We smile. The smile is what really.
Yes.
Walking down the street and total strangers, sometimes just a smile will not only open up their heart and many of them might smile back, but also it makes you feel better.
Yes.
It does.
Like, just give yourself a big smile and feel it.
A what?
Give yourself a big smile and feel yourself at that point. Just feel how different you are.
I thought you said big smell.
I said smile.
You can roar or hiss, whatever.
Yes, you can roar or hiss or do anything you like, but just
do like wow.
A pirate.
Is that an Arcturian roar?
Naomi, can you roar, or do you want to hiss?
Yes. All right, guys. I have to get ready, like almost ready for work. But thank you very much for just like listening and for sharing, and I really appreciate that.
You're welcome.
The group does great things to people and world, and just always.
Watching you right now, nobody would say like you have any issues at all. So
I know.
Hold on.
I know.
So what I'm saying is like how.
It's funny.
How about if you try
funny.
to focus your energy like this? The state that you are in. If you can be in this state now, that means you can be in this state later and forever. So be in the state that you are in and just continue on, because you can do it. You can control everything. See, like right now, I mean, you're
shining much brighter.
Right.
I know it's funny because I can function totally normally, and people would never guess what's going on with me. Like it's crazy what's mentally going on, but I'm not showing that, and I'm just not letting it affect my life anymore.
Right. So then live like.
It's still frustrating sometimes because you just want to get better. You just want to feel okay, but I feel okay. It's just,
how you are saying you want to feel okay and this and that.
I feel okay. I feel okay, and I'm grateful and I'm happy. I just want to feel Naomi again. I just want to be able to feel myself again.
Hold on. Let me when you say I want to feel like, just don't think that way. Think that I am Naomi. I am okay, and I am. Be in the I am presence.
Yeah.
Instead of saying that I want to feel, say I am. Just like the place that you are in right now. And if you continue on doing that, most probably it'll help. And also, one thing that I can recommend you is like whenever you see yourself as the person who was just completely fine and all before you had that panic attack that you were talking about, right? Before you had any sort of issues. Think of that Naomi. Go back to that and live that moment and see yourself as that Naomi, not the Naomi that you are now. Constantly visualize that Naomi that was before, that you loved, that you felt that one with Naomi. Just visualize, keep on visualizing that, and your body can heal yourself.
I still can't connect to it. I can't connect to just who I am yet, but I'm on my way there. The thing is that happened to me.
And it's not always about what others think. It's because we can't.
Oh no, I don't care at all what others think. No,
right. It's you being with you, because that's the love. Is falling in love with ourselves.
Oh, definitely. But the thing is that what happened to me, I think it had to happen to me, to my life. It's been it's been really tough since what happened, and sometimes I just wish like I could turn back time, but I know it had to happen to me, because if not, I think my life would have gone a really different route.
And it's just an experience. That's all it is.
Right.
See it as not right or wrong, good or bad, judging this or that. It's just an experience in the moment. That's all it is.
Learning from it. Yep.
But
No
this experience like changed me in
The
my
only
life.
judgment, only things that judgment, it only comes from yourself, really, because we're the ones that are judging more than anyone could ever judge.
That's the ego. That's not you. I totally believe in that's the ego.
It's a part of
Everything.
it. Ego is more in survival. It's about survival. The heart comes from the unconditional. That's the love, loving yourself
But
and connecting.
do you know like how we live? Like we just live, and then, for example, if we feel like I'm not doing this right now in my life, and I'm not doing this, and I don't have enough money for this, it makes you feel like you're wasting your life or your time or whatever. But just
Right.
being is always enough in life. Just like,
Exactly.
but we
Right.
people don't understand that. We think we have to do this. We think we have to do
You
a world
have to be doing something. Yes.
stuff like that. I totally believe this is not us that tells us we're not good enough or
That's
this
your
or
thoughts of
It's
what
the
others.
society. It is the
That's
culture
what-
that has been put upon us. That's why.
Oh, totally
That's the
that
main thing.
too. That too.
That you have
Well,
to
all right, guys. Sorry, I really have to go. But
make much love, Naomi. Thank you
Yes,
so much.
love. I love you.
oh, I love you guys too. Thank you so much. And
Have a good day.
peace to everybody. Thanks. Bye.
Okay, you know how I was saying before the message was let them feel loved? So I feel loved now.
Yeah.
Because you love my daughter, I feel loved. So thank you very much. I'm going to go a little bit. I'll be right back. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
She's a sweet girl. Very good.
A lot of wisdom and knowledge flowing.
Yes.
It's fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
So how's your languages, Prana? Coming there?
Oh.
My language, I haven't practiced it much.
They don't need
Ha,
practice.
kutu,
It's
ha,
a
ha,
language.
naskutu.
Osako sunu krokota rakasana, rakutu sunu harakana sunu.
So we are not speaking the same language. I'm speaking Pleiadian, you are speaking most probably... What is that? Hungarian mixed with something.
Yeah, mine's like that sometimes too. I'm not sure if it's like a mixture of languages.
You have to remember.
Pakasa la kurila katuk tiktika minka kasokla kutu ki sakatika.
Dashutu kosato nuwa. Iti shikitata tikitu nuwa. Iskata nuwa.
Zin no kakatia katika chokotutuka. Sanina kakalaria katika chokotikatia. Mga singa kotuko chika kakatuka la kasita tadiako. Kakikai o lokotuchi kadu. Makasi ko lakatika bakotuchi tadiako tayako.
I have to interrupt in English, but that first word you said, that zing, that was amazing.
I don't know what I said, but
That was
you
a
guys
good
can
one.
interpret it.
Whatever it was a
I
good
also noticed that sound, yeah.
Yeah, that sound was amazing.
I've never done that before. I have no idea what that is. If you guys can interpret it, that'd be cool. I know Jim can interpret some of that stuff, some of the languages.
Yeah, it's quite a mix.
Carry on, Miney, sorry.
No, I was just saying, there's quite a mix of languages here now.
Yeah, well, there's also Lyrans that would live in the Pleiades, Lyrans that would be with the Andromedans, things like that. So all of the languages would be mixed up because of their position in the solar system and their galaxy and everything like that.
Yeah, because sometimes I hear, like when somebody is speaking Arcturian, I hear a little bit of, like, you know, Lyrian or Pleiadian, some words from there.
Yeah. Well, Lyran don't...
Some Arcturians are so bird-like.
Well, the Lyran don't really have a specific place that they're from anymore. They just live everywhere. Because of I cannot recall at this moment, but something that happened to their original planets. I think they got attacked or something, but now they're living everywhere.
Yeah, the Lyran race, I believe, I don't think it's Tukur, was talking about how when the reptilian races came, the Lyran had a very peaceful planet, or colony, I believe it was. And then the reptilians came and was very curious about their peacefulness, but there was a great Lyran, it was a great war long ago. I don't know how many, you know, probably millions of years ago, hundreds of thousands of millions of years ago. But after the wars, they spread out, they branched out in the galaxy, different parts of the universe, you know, and beyond.
I have a feeling that the reptilians were around before the Lyran.
Yeah, it's a possibility. It's like, because you look at the evolution of the reptile, you know, they were long before mankind.
And it's the same with the insects. If we go by
yes.
If we go by our history,
yes,
or what we believe to be our kind of evolutionary steps, the insects were around far before everyone else.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
even through, you know, science and stuff can show that, definitely. So you could see if we look at the stars at night, the evolutions of those planets, you know, looking out, you know, hundreds of thousands, millions, maybe some billions of years ago, you can see the, you know, the diversity of insectoids and reptoids, you know, just different types of energies that can, you know, they're hundreds of thousands or millions of years advanced more than us, and, you know, their technology, some of their sciences, their spirituality a little bit, you know what I mean? But
yeah.
The thing about the spirit thing is that the spirit came first, and the spirit is universal. It's more the galactic, you know, it's the energies that we are in a less, what you call a higher vibration. And so when we incarnated, most of us, when we take on other forms or other bodies, we are coming down in vibration a little, you know?
Yeah. We're nowhere near our true self.
Because our bodies cannot hold that much intensity of that light, that vibration, all
That's
at
why we
once.
split out into many
So it's
fragments.
fractal. Yes, it's fractal energy. It's like a like there's many different types of aspects of ourselves, dimensions of ourselves, fractals of ourselves. So yes.
Yeah, it's like trying to fit 6 personalities into one body. It's not really a wise idea, is it?
Nah, it's just too much to handle for the body.
That's probably one of the things that a lot of channelers have to kind of cope with, is having that many personalities coming through.
Yeah.
I've noticed that with the reptilian ones, because the reptilians are very strong.
Yes.
But so are the Lyran. Lyrans come through very serious and strong. At least my one does, anyway.
Yeah, I've heard that, and the beauty of that is that a lot of the connections, a lot of things that we used to fear and read about the reptilian races, is what's wonderful about that now is that they're coming through different channels, through languages, to show us different aspects that we don't have to fear, you know, as a humanity. We're starting to become more used to the ideas of what these energies are, what they represent, how they've been here for thousands or millions of years, to give us a greater perspective of appreciation of who they are and what they are. They're aspects of us also, within us, from their DNAs. So yes, it's an our DNA and the mixtures over the, you know, the evolutions of these worlds. So yes, definitely, it's brilliant. Beautiful.
Yeah, it's how we'd be if we were born with cold blood.
Yeah, yeah.
A little bit more. I guess the blood doesn't really make a difference. It just means that they can't really get too hot or too cold. Yeah, no, too cold. They'll freeze. But yeah, I guess that won't really make so much of a difference. It's all about chemicals in the brain and who their personality actually is, what their soul fragment is, and so many things to take into account.
Yeah, yeah.
That's one of the main problems with being multidimensional, is you see so many different sides of things now.
Yes. And here's the thing, every individual on this planet has their own perspective of reality and how they see things, because everyone has different experiences. So everyone's going to see it a little slightly different, or different points of view. And that's what's wonderful about the diversity. And not even only in this planet, but also in the galactic, in the different planets, and, you know, universes out there, and the multiverse is what we call it, the cosmos, that holds it all, you know. So it's beautiful. Always expanding also.
Well, every time we think, we're creating a whole new universe.
Yes. It's like a ripple, throwing the pebble in the water and just let it ripple, the ripple effect. So us just talking like this is expanding into the collective, you know?
Yeah, we're just spiders on the web of life, waiting for the little information flies to come down and
and we as individuals sometimes don't feel that one person can really make a difference on the planet. Yes.
Well, you need to throw the stone to be able to make the ripples.
Yes. So you're putting yourself out there. And also, many of us is allowing ourselves to be in our vulnerability. Vulnerable, to feel vulnerable, to find out, is it really that bad? It's just our interpretation, our perspectives. So as our vulnerability is really allowing ourselves to be ourselves with ourselves, because through that perspective, we realize that there's really nothing to fear. Because we're allowing ourselves to be in the moment. You see? And we realize that, man, we're I don't know, the whole thing's I'm just so fascinating with this multi-dimensionality. And I'm starting to see things sometimes at the corner of my eye and my peripheral vision. I'm starting to pick up like I think someone's there, you know, but like nothing's there when I turn my head and look. You know?
That's because you're turning your head. They don't like it when you turn your head. They just like to let you know that they're there.
Yeah, yeah.
You feel them there. You have a sense that they're there. That's your ticket to go, okay, now I can tune into that.
Yes.
Bring them into your universe.
Yes.
And pick up a glass of water and cheers to them all.
That's Brian for you.
All right.
I think it would be quite amazing to see yourself as the young lady did. She sees herself as a complete sidestep and observer.
Yes.
She knows she is different. And
I think what that is like her other other self trying to come in.
Yeah.
And you know, like, I mean, how we have different parallel realities.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if one of herself from a different parallel reality is within her and observing her in this reality.
That could be a situation, yes. That's a possibility.
It's really good, Ron. Different aspects of ourselves.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Because that aspect wanted to experience something in this life or something, and so is wanting to come through her to experience that moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And did you see her face, the excitement and the joy?
It became light.
Yes.
It became light after we began speaking with her, especially after all the negative speaking that she was doing at the beginning. She just started to brighten up and brighten up and brighten up. And I've never noticed that when speaking with people, and this is my first time noticing it happening in front of me. Like, that's beautiful.
Your spirit connects with theirs, and that's what happens. You uplift each other. You empower each other. That's what happens. You pull each other magnetically. It's like a magnetic force, but it's allowance. It's the love energy. It's like it pulls you. It draws you near, and that vibration. People love balance.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it brings. Balance.
Yes. Beautifully done.
And if anything, you know, I would say if I were her, I would like just, instead of thinking that, oh my God, I have a problem, or this is not me, I would just observe. Well, I mean, again, I mean, I'm not in her brain, so I don't really experience the trauma or what she feels, but I think I could take this, if I were her, I would take it as a very, very unique experience to understand life and to understand things which no other people have the opportunity to do. So instead of being in fear, she could turn that into an awesome opportunity and see from that viewpoint and start enjoying every single moment of it rather than being a victim of it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Very
She has allowed someone to tell her something negative about that aspect of her, and we have allowed her to hear something positive about that aspect of her.
Right.
So,
so
like,
I mean,
she changed. I think she's going to keep that awareness within herself.
Right.
That it could be something positive.
Yeah. And also, like, you know, she was saying she feels like she's high all the time. I mean, that is kind of like blissful state, I believe. And maybe, maybe, you know, she doesn't realize or she's not understanding that aspect. And so she sees that as fear, and she's turning all that positive energy and looking at it from the fear base. Whereas if she turns it around and sees the beauty of the bliss and from the state of that blissfulness, if she sees things, I think she would have a much profound experience. I feel. That's
I
all.
think she's about to have a much profound experience.
I think so too.
To
Yeah.
tell you the truth.
Right. Right.
We're probably the first group of people who told her it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's about to have a great experience.
And you know, the other thing is, like, how will people label if they have never ever experienced anything like that before? Like, let's say, for example, if she's going to a doctor or psychiatrist, they have no clue. They don't even believe in these kind of things. So for them, all they know is like how to label, how to give her medicines, and how to control or mask what is happening.
They haven't gone through it.
But in reality, something else of much higher dimension and something profound could be coming through, you know. And for her to believe on the label that she was given and what the society tells her and what she sees in the society, you know, she needs to ignore that and just look inside her and experience the things that she's experiencing.
Right.
Yeah, and that's the challenge sometimes, is getting into our vulnerability, that which we fear, to look at our fears, our doubts, our worries. And so for her, she's starting to face it, which is wonderful.
Yes.
It is challenging. It really
Beautiful.
is.
Okay.
Any other languages?
I'm still on the fact that I have a new one, or it could be a continuation of the old one, which is fascinating.
Yeah.
Kurakata na hasa hi kita na ku karkata na puhu. What can I see? Si katana, si it's not flowing.
Karatuturu kasana karata dara kusunu horakatana karatunu guru hana sanakata tata kurunu sunu kurataru hana rasunuku. I'm not sure if that was safe.
Ikaloko chikata inna sakatiga ralako choko dotiak tatsiakatika inna kalakchika tutu minga katia katika kea unsakatia kolokate chuchukatea unsakatia boso tuju dia kaka kika lokotuti kapakatsakia ulakadia unsakaya kako kisikara kapakwatia kachika tutaya kotu pakasiti kanya raklak tu chika pakakake sakatiako.
Brian, do you know like what language is that at least, or no?
Gabriel, can you help me? I'm not sure, man. Between Laren,
I'm not sure.
Palladian?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Palladian, Laren?
It seems mixed, right?
Yeah, like a mix.
You're like a samurai.
Yes, I feel like you should be dancing and stomping your feet at the same time.
I don't feel that.
while speaking.
Yeah,
like there's a hand motion or something.
Yeah. I am. You don't see my hands up here. I am actually doing It's fascinating. I'm just like letting it come through.
Yeah.
It's like more natural for me.
Yeah,
Brian,
I'm imagining you dancing with the snakes while you listen to that.
No, you ever seen the people from the New Zealand indigenous people? I think they're from. You ever seen that movie? What is it? The one about the girl with the whale.
Free Willy?
Free Willy?
No, not Free Willy. No. I think they're not
the newer one that came out?
Yeah.
Something about like a couple years back, or there's like I know I've seen the previews of that movie. I haven't seen the movie though.
Yeah, there's a tribe there,
okay.
And they have, their warrior
Maori
dance. What?
The Maori.
Is that what they're called?
I think so. I think they're the ones.
The warrior type dance, and they're stomping and they're slapping their chests and their tongues come out and it's scary looking and they want it to be scary. I feel like you should be doing something to that nature while you're speaking that language.
Yeah, the New Zealand rugby team use it as a starter chant.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. The drum is very powerful. It's a very powerful beat. The drum.
Wasn't that movie called Whale Rider?
Whale Rider, yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yes,
that was
Whale
a beautiful
Rider.
movie.
Beautiful movie. You should watch it.
Yeah.
I recommend it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll have to check that out.
It's
Beautiful.
very slow. It's very slow, and it's about a family who's the only surviving person to inherit the position of whale rider is a girl instead of a boy.
Oh,
and
wow.
And that's that whole juxtaposition of,
Yeah.
what men can do and what females can do.
Yeah, in their culture, it's
In
very
their
interesting. It's very good.
Brian.
Yeah.
Brian, I have
Yeah.
a question for you.
Yeah.
So when you are speaking this language, do you feel like you are on a side? Or do you feel like it's more of a download, or how do you feel? I mean, how does it come to you?
At first, I feel like I'm in control of it, and then I just start to let go, and then it really comes through.
Okay.
So when Gabriel or some people start speaking it, I just start it because I feel it's myself, and then I start to let go, and I close my eyes because when when I open my eyes, it's hard for me to even just to initiate it, to focus a little bit. So when I close my eyes, I'm really starting to focus, and then I can let go more. You know what I mean? And
Right.
then I
And
start
when
to feel like that pull, that push.
Right. Do you hear it, or like do you not even hear it?
No, I don't hear
What you're
anything.
saying?
Yeah, I don't hear anything. It just comes
Oh,
through.
right. Got it. Okay.
So
For
Brian,
some
maybe I
people,
can
like I said, it's different for each individual. So yes.
maybe I can practice with you because I won't feel so intimidated. But what happens with me is I'm at the stage where I get the first sentence, and then I don't close my eyes and let go, and then I start to think about what I'm saying, and then it sounds so silly, and then I get embarrassed. That's sort of where I'm at.
Yeah, right there, because then you just stop yourself when you start to say it.
Exactly.
Embarrassment's just a tool so we can learn to get over it anyway. So don't worry that you feel embarrassed. Just embrace the embarrassment and laugh it off.
Yeah, I've been there too. When I first joined
Thank
here
you.
at the student colony, I was like,
Yeah.
man, it's like these languages sing some kind of silly, like they're making that.
Yeah, exactly. They make you laugh, and that's the main thing. Like,
And
they're
then
not
when you get
reconnecting
confirmation
with our
from
inner
other
children.
Yeah, and when you get confirmation from other channeling, and you're starting to let it flow more and let go of the fears, the worries, the doubts, and you're letting go of the control, then I realized there's something here, you know.
Yeah, exactly. It's good. All right.
Yeah, I will practice with you, Sophia. We'll do some like private one-on-one. I think that'd be cool.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'm gonna be back soon. I kind of jumping in off and on at the moment, but I'll be back soon.
Yeah, I have to get off here too.
Oh, you have to get off. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I love
Maybe
you
we'll
guys.
see you.
Thank you.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you for your kindness, Brian.
Sarah, thank you. Yeah,
Thank you, Brian.
I love you guys too.
We love you, brother. Everybody here is saying goodbye, Brian.
Love you.
Love you
We
too.
love you, Phil and Naomi and Sophia. We love you.
I would do some sexy words, but this is live.
Oh my goodness.
We'll have to keep it rated PG-13. So.
Uh-oh.
All right, later, guys. Love you.
Love you too, Sophia.
I just changed the photo on the Hukulu chat to a moon because Hukulu main channel is the Earth, picture of the Earth, so I made it Hukulu chat to be the moon.
Cool.
Blue symbol.
Cool.
Okay.
Nice. Wait, is everybody leaving or what?
Yeah. What do you think about that? That the main Hukulu channel is the Earth and the Hukulu chat is the moon.
I think it's a good idea.
Profile picture.
I like it.
But it can't change because I'm already in here. But I stopped the transmission now.
Oh, you did?
Oh, no, it's still live.
It shows still live, yeah.